Welcome to this exploration of one of the most powerful and enigmatic symbols in alchemical tradition, the Philosopher's Stone. For centuries, this legendary object has fascinated mystics, scientists, poets, and seekers. It was believed to have the power to transmute base metals into gold and to grant eternal life. But as Carl Jung uncovered, the true meaning of the Philosopher's Stone lies not in material magic, but in the inner alchemy of the psyche. In this video, we will explore the Philosopher's Stone as a profound symbol of the integrated self, drawing from Jung's writings and the language of depth psychology. This is not just about myth. It is about the deep process of becoming who you truly are in classical alchemy. The Philosopher's Stone was the ultimate goal of the Magnum Opus, the great work. It represented the culmination of a long, dangerous, and transformative process through various stages of purification, dissolution, and integration. The stone was often described as red, radiant, eternal, and incorruptible. It was also called the lapis philosophorum, the stone of the wise. Alchemists encoded it in myths, images, and cryptic formulas, knowing it was not simply a physical object, but a symbol of inner truth. Jung recognized this and reinterpreted the entire alchemical tradition as a symbolic projection of the process of individuation. For Jung, the Philosopher's Stone was a symbol of the self, not the ego, but the totality of the psyche, uniting conscious and unconscious, masculine and feminine, spirit and matter. He wrote, "The stone symbolized the inner wholeness of the individual, the union of opposites achieved through the individuation process." The self, in Jungian terms, is the archetype of order and centrality in the human psyche. It is not something we create, but something we discover. The journey to the self is the return to what we have always been at our core, before fragmentation, trauma, and cultural conditioning took hold. The alchemical process that leads to the Philosopher's Stone parallels the psychological journey of transformation. It begins with Nigredo, the blackening, where the ego confronts its own limitations, shadows, and suffering. This is the death of certainty and the beginning of depth. From here, the work moves through albedo, whitening, and citronidas, yellowing, stages of purification and awakening. Finally, rubedo, reddening, signals the unification of opposites and the emergence of the stone. Jung wrote, "The alchemists called their stone the filius philosophorum, the son of the philosophers, and saw it as the result of a sacred marriage, the Coniunctio oppositorum." This sacred marriage, or Coniunctio, was the symbolic union of masculine and feminine principles, solar and lunar energies, spirit and body. Psychologically, it represents the integration of the various aspects of the self, the reconciliation of shadow and light, reason and feeling, the personal and the archetypal. The Philosopher's Stone is not found by bypassing life's suffering, but by descending into it, transforming it, and emerging with deeper wholeness. It is created in the crucible of real life, through relationships, failures, insights, dreams, and devotion to inner truth. One of Jung's most powerful insights was that the stone is already within us. It is not a treasure to be acquired, but a potential to be revealed. He wrote, "The alchemical opus deals in the main not just with chemical experiments, but with something resembling psychic processes expressed in a pseudo-chemical language. This means that when we feel depression, confusion, or inner breakdown, we may actually be entering the Nigredo, the first stage of the great work. The soul does not grow by avoiding darkness, but by engaging it with consciousness. The Philosopher's Stone is the symbol of completion, but also of transformation. It is not a static state of perfection, but a living process of wholeness. Those who have touched the stone are not perfect beings, but integrated ones, people who have faced themselves fully and now radiate a sense of presence, authenticity, and inner peace. They no longer act from fear or ego control, but from a deeper alignment with the self. They live not to dominate, but to serve, to heal, to create, and to embody wisdom. In our modern world, the search for the Philosopher's Stone continues. In new forms, it appears in psychotherapy, spiritual practice, art, and myth. Whenever someone turns inward, confronts their pain, integrates their shadow, and seeks the truth of who they are, they are performing alchemy. The stone is the mythic image of what it means to become fully human. And as Jung emphasized, the individual who transforms in this way contributes not only to their own healing, but to the healing of the collective. So, if you find yourself in the depths of confusion, uncertainty, or longing, know that you may be in the midst of the great work. The Philosopher's Stone is not far away. It is hidden in the very substance of your life, waiting to be revealed through love, courage, and consciousness. Thank you for watching. If you found this exploration meaningful, consider subscribing for more journeys through alchemy, psychology, and the sacred symbols that shape the soul. Until next time, may the fire of transformation guide you toward the stone within.